Now, with live action, the main reason you want to do it is because you're going for authenticity. You want your audience to hear from somebody who's real and hear their real stories, rather than just read some stats on screen or hear from an anonymous corporate voiceover. At Splendid Group, we offer live action packages for interviews, case studies, and video storytelling. Interviews can be as simple as just a single subject speaking to camera. You can do it with a single camera, a couple of lights, one operator. Remember though, as you add more subjects talking, particularly if they're talking to each other, you're going to need some more cameras, more equipment, more sound, more crew. Also remember, it can take longer to edit down your finished video when you're pulling footage from multiple cameras. Now, you don't strictly need hair and makeup or a second camera unit to do B-roll or extra footage, but that absolutely can lift the quality of your production. Now, the main question is whether you want your interview subject to have a scripted delivery with something you've prepared or a more natural flowing interview style. That's really going to come down to how comfortable and experienced your talent is. The pros are they are relatively fast to produce, good value budget-wise. They come across as authentic and quite compelling with the right talent. The cons, well, not everybody is comfortable in front of a camera. Be careful if you're talking to somebody who's never really done it before. The other thing is really tight budgets can turn up on screen and the results might not be as polished as you'd hope. When done well, a live action interview can make your audience feel like they really are meeting with and talking to an expert. Case studies tend to be a little bit more involved to make. You might be talking to more than one subject. You might be shooting something very specific or a product demonstration, and you might have to arrange access to get to certain locations. Case studies are not hard videos to make, but you do need to put in some pre-production effort, arranging calendars, getting access, lining people up on time. All of this requires a good producer to make sure you're not burning time. The results for B2B marketers can be amazing with case studies. Branded content that's deeply engaging, very compelling for your audience, and really difficult for your competitors to replicate. And video case studies are incredibly effective conversion tactics in a lead generation campaign for B2B marketers. The only real cons, apart from having to allocate a little bit more in the way of resources, particularly a timeline, is that you'll need to become part of the production. You can't just write a check and let a case study video roll in. You'll need to get involved in organising your experts, maybe your products, and certainly your customers. So you'll become part of the production. Now, video storytelling really starts to open up the gamut of what you can achieve with videos, including thought leadership, corporate social responsibility messages, talent acquisition and retention, community outreach, and obviously brand building. It all depends on the script and the idea, but you may need to accommodate a little bit more in the budget for specific locations or even some travel, some on-screen professional talent, or larger crews and the equipment that they need as well. With this level of investment, you do want to be thinking about having this video sit within a larger campaign strategy. Also think about the long tail. You can turn that into a podcast, into infographics, ebooks, social media content, and so much more. The pros are you've got the scope to create some really original messaging with high levels of engagement for your audience. You can do some emotional storytelling, and with a bit of careful planning, a real long tail of content. Cons are, well, you really need to be thinking this through. Not only planning for a larger shoot, but also planning where it sits in the strategy and planning how the content that comes out the back of it's going to be used. It's a big investment. You need to make sure that you are ready to leverage it. So there are our options for off-the-shelf packages for B2B marketing videos at Splendid Group. If you want to have a little look at animation again, try and click that chapter. If you want to have a look at stock footage and motion graphics, shortcut is right here. If you want to go back and have a little look at music, sound effects, and voiceovers.